this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
It's an unhappy Devils Monday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio studios here in beautiful New Jersey and Beverly Hills, California. Scotty's Estates out there in Beverly Hills. Not the 90210, the 9021, I don't know. Oh, that was a stinker, Scotty. Want to say hello to everybody at American Whiskey as they're filing out, drowning their sorrows of another pathetic Devils loss. Brendan saying, drinking my sorrows. Blackwood is a pretty awful goalie, as Sean says. Scotty, we got a lot to recap. I'm going to save the negativity for later, but it was kind of ugly for most of the game.
Yeah, it was a little ugly game tonight, playing a top-notch team there, the old Washington Capitals. Hello to everybody at American Whiskey. Yeah, drowning the sorrows a little bit with some adult beverages. There's our girl Peyton serving them up, making sure they're all nice and strong for you to make this loss maybe a little bit easier. 6-3 to the Washington Capitals, which saw some classic Devils moments in the second period there, where we know we've had issues for quite some time. A little bit of a disappointing game here. Back out with the 7 and 11 lineup. 7 D-man, 11 forwards. Mackenzie Blackwood back in there once again. We weren't sure how that was going to go. We knew Vanacek and Blackwood were going to split the goaltending duties over this first back-to-back, so we'll see how it goes in Detroit, who's in the lineup and who is not. But Devils lose, give up a doozy of a second period there, allowing 5 unanswered goals to the Washington Capitals, which really just dug the hole way too deep. So it started out, we got to say, it started out pretty good in the first period. Big glove save by Mackenzie Blackwood on Alex Ovechkin on a breakaway. Jesper Bratt took a big hit as he's bringing the puck into the zone. Passes to Palat, who then does a nice cross-ice pass to Nico Hischier, who can't redirect the puck into the net. Teams were going back and forth. Mikey McLeod helps out, and I think it was really, he must have been listening to the podcast, because we all know our good friend Beer Baron has had a man crush on Mikey McLeod for the past 5 years. And last night on the Big Sunday show, he actually said Mikey McLeod should not be in the lineup because he isn't producing. So obviously, Mikey was very hurt by these words from our dear Beer Baron. And he brought the puck into the zone. And I believe he passed it to John. Don't call me Dan. Isotoner Gloves Marino. And you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. Sam Wu, can you take over for the first goal of the game by the New Jersey Hockey Devils?
At the Rock. Devils, Capitals. Oh, do we have a good one for you today? McLeod, Marino, Bastian, I formation, Marino under center, McLeod snaps it back to Marino. He finds Nathan Bastian. He gets in the end zone. Touchdown, Bastian! Touchdown, Bastian! Touchdown, Bastian! Oh, the Beefalytics! Oh, the Beefalytics! And the Devils take a 1-0 lead!
Very nice. Our first true official football call of the season right there. John, don't call me Dan, Isotoner Gloves Marino gets on the scoreboard along with Mikey McLeod. Both of them pick up their first assist on the season. And Nathan Bastian, who, you know what, if you're going to look at Devils who had a good game, Nathan Bastian had a damn good game, that's for sure. He created a lot of chances. He almost scored twice the exact same way a little later on. But McLeod brings the puck up, gives it to Marino, who gets the shot on net there, and or gets the pass over to Bastian, and he's able to take a shot, which is stopped. He gets his own rebound as it's trickling just past the goaltender there, and puts it home for his first of the season. That's right. Nathan Bastian, the big boy, the Beefalytics. He's moving up the charts. You know, we have our Beefalytic rankings over here, and Nathan Bastian's been high up there all season long. Now with a goal, he might have took it over first place from Andrej Palat. We'll see how the rest of the game goes. But big play to put the Devils up 1-0. Nathan Bastian, hard hustle play. Look at the replay of it if you didn't get to see, because it was a great Nathan Bastian-like goal. And a quick question for you. Why has he been removed from the power play unit? I'm not sure. He was doing such a good job getting in front of the net last year, providing the Beefalytics. It's how he was scoring a lot of goals, and some reason has been removed. But either way, that was 4:49 of the first. Bastian gets his first of the year from Marino and McLeod. And then, unfortunately, almost right after that, Marino had a giveaway. He almost gave it right back. 2-on-1. Thank you, Jonas Siegenthaler, for going down and blocking up a 2-on-1 with Alex Ovechkin. He was trying to make the pass across, and Siegs got a stick on it to deflect it out of the way. Nico Hischier was also charging up the ice to try and get on the back check to cover the far man. It was a good play by both of them to break that up, and you can kind of tell that Ovechkin was a bit of a man on a mission tonight. Something was going to happen in the positive for him, just the way that he was working that puck. So it happened not that long after that, 10:46 of the first. Dowd gets his third. Blackwood kind of looking the wrong way with the puck behind the net. Dowd is over to the short side there, blocker side, and Blackwood is looking on the opposite way. Gets fed the puck, a very bad angle, sharp angle shot that Dowd had there, but he got it on net, deflects off a Blackwood skate, and in, ties it up for the Washington Capitals. 1-1 midway through the first period. Now, things started to get a little weird after that. It seemed like the Devils reverted a little bit to last year with the home run Hail Mary pass. It started to show its ugly face once again with these long seam passes cross ice, which are just made their bread and butter to get picked off by the opposing team. Jack Hughes had a bad giveaway on one of these attempts, trying to connect with Dawson Mercer near the end of the first. The Devils got some power play opportunities, and they actually pinned the Washington Capitals in there for a good minute and a half. Nico got a big shot from the slot. Bratt missed a wide open shot, but it was a bit of a bad angle. No look pass from Jack Hughes on that one. They did a good job of rolling into the second. Things kind of changed halfway through when the Washington Capitals, 4 straight goals, Sam Wu. 4 straight goals. Unbelievable. And Marino, he actually had a good game as well. He almost got a similar goal to what Dowd had scored on the sharp, bad angle down low early in the second. It was a rebound from Eric Halla, and he puts it on the outside of the net. Devs were using their speed, drawing some penalties. Bratt and Nico had another 2-on-1, but they did not connect. Bastian again, sprawling out in front of the ice, creating chances. Thomas Tatar. I've been on Thomas Tatar. He came through a little later. He's been hustling. He hasn't been putting anything in that, but he's definitely been hustling and trying hard, that's for sure. But Bastian was all over it tonight. It's just unfortunate he could not create another scoring chance. because a little bit later at 10:03 of the second, at 9:16 of the second period, Hathaway gets his first, and this was just a very, very bad clearing attempt by Sam Woo's best friend, Damon Severson. A little chip of the puck that just went boop, straight up in the air, and Hathaway was like, yeah, give me that, and just slapped it right down and basically had a mini breakaway. I think Marino was actually on the ice for that and inadvertently created a screen on Mackenzie Blackwood. Hathaway rips the shorthanded shot. It says it's deflected. Either way, it squeezes through Blackwood's glove hand and body to put the Capitals up 2-1. And you're like, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. And you started having these memories of old Devils classic second periods where they just go to crap, go to sleep, and the game just goes to hell, basically. And wouldn't you know it, another old Devils second period blunder comes back once again this season. The short-handed goal. Oh, yeah. Careless pass. Short-handed. Turnover. Cross ice. I don't even remember who gave that one up. But it was a cross ice long pass that the Devils intercepted. That the Capitals intercepted. Sheary walked in, snapshot, shorthanded goal, boom, boom. Oh, I think that was Jesper Bratt actually trying to hit Jack Hughes.
Across the middle. Across ice.
The middle.
Yeah. You should have known better.
Hail Mary pass. Not the one you want to be making, especially against a team like the Washington Capitals. Just chock full of veterans who have seen that play plenty of times before.
Yep.
Bad play by Jesper. He hasn't made a lot this year, but that one was a bad play, and it leads to the first short-handed goal of the season against the New Jersey Hockey Devils. Sheary, his fourth, unassisted at 10:03. So they score at 9:16 and then 10:03. Ouch. Ouch. That stings just a little bit right there. And then it happens later on. The grade 8 comes through. Bryce Salvador broke this down real nice and good during the intermission report about the Devils collapsing in the zone on the penalty kill, and Ovechkin saying, oh, you're going to cover me down low. I'm sorry. They don't call me the grade 8 for nothing. I'm only third place all time in the history of hockey in scoring goals and about to overtake Gordie Howe for second. And look out, Wayne Gretzky, because I'm coming for your 800 plus. So he says, I'll just move up a little bit. And I'll go to the old face-off dot, where I made a whole career out of scoring power play goals. And eventually the Caps find him, and wouldn't you know it, the Russian Rocket, boom, slams it home. Now you have 4 unanswered goals right there. Devils down 4-1 at 17:14 of the second. Power play goal, Washington Caps, but oh no, it's not done yet. It's not done yet. And it didn't take much longer because that was at 17:14. Jensen scores at 17:47 to put the Capitals up 5-1. Man. Traffic in front. Shot from the point. Finds its way in. Off the bar. Oof. Rough night. 5 goals in a row for the Washington Capitals. And it was the classic Devils second period going on there. Much like we saw last year, and the year prior, and the year prior, and the year prior. It's been quite some time. We've talked about it before. That was a horrible, horrible half of a period. From about, when did Hathaway score? 9:16. man, everything was downhill because they created some chances. But that Severson, bad clear. I don't know what he was doing. They literally just chipped it straight out. It wasn't even
Well, he's getting cocky now. He's getting cocky now.
it wasn't even above Hathaway's head. I mean, it was like chest height.
Remember when he had that home run pass to Jack Hughes? I was a little worried about that it's going to get to his head. You got to knock it off.
Way too many home run Hail Mary passes today, which we used to see all the time last year. Because what does it do? They're not high probability. And in this case, we saw 2 of them get picked off for huge chances.
Yeah.
One of them get buried in the back of the net.
Agreed.
Terrible. Don't start doing that all the time, guys. You're just giving up your possession. What did we talk about against like Anaheim and against the Islanders? They were dominating possession, using their speed to their advantage. Not tonight. Not tonight. Going into the third period, I didn't give up all hope. I didn't think they were going to win, but I said I'd really like to see the Devils at least get 1 or 2 in this third period, hopefully to make it interesting. And you know what? They did get 2. They didn't just get 1. They got 2, which I like to see. Thomas Tatar finally gets on the scoreboard in his 7th game, gets a goal, nice dirty goal down there, crashing the net. Dougie Hamilton puts it on there. Miles Wood gets in on it, and Tatar is able to finally chip that puck home for his first of the season. Hamilton, his 2nd assist. Miles Wood, his 1st assist of the season, getting on the score sheet at 4:08 of the third. Then I think we got a power play in there, and we didn't do anything on it, I believe.
Yeah.
Had some more chances, and then it was the man who made a big mistake earlier in the game with the cross-ice pass that got picked off by Sheary, Jesper Bratt. And I do believe, Sam Wu, that we need to go and have another studio update from Sam Wu, because it looks like our good friend John, don't call me Dan, Ice and Total Gloves Marino, is involved on this play as well. Sam Wu, tell us what's going on.
This is the Let's Go Devils podcast, Devils After Dark update. Sharon Govich with the puck. He laterals to John Marino. He finds Brad breaking 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Devils! Touchdown, Devils! Devils down 5-3. Do you believe this?
New Jersey.
I got distracted.
I like that. to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, because that was true. It was actually the Hail Mary pass that came through this time. And maybe it was because someone with the last name of Marino was actually throwing this one that it connected. Who would have thunk it? Jesper Bratt right down the middle, goes to put on his classic Jesper Bratt move. Kind of fumbles the puck a little bit, but you know what? Lands back on his stick, and he's able to tap it home for his first goal of the year. Jesper Bratt makes a do for his mistake earlier. 1 point on the game. I thought he had 2, but he only had 1 point on the game. That's Jesper Bratt now. 9 points on the season. 1 goal, 8 assists. Leading the team. Very nicely done, Jesper. I am sure that's a bit of a weight off of his chest just to get that first goal, even though I think you're going to see more Jesper Bratt on the assist side than you are on the goal side. But now maybe the Devils have something cooking. But then we remember, Lindy's going to Lindy. And he immediately went and shuffled up the lines. And what did we talk about the other day? As long as we don't put Hughes and Bratt on the same line, we got something going. So naturally, he went and put Hughes and Bratt on the same line, which then puts your two biggest and best playmakers together. Don't want to do that all the time, I would think, but whatever. Who am I? I'm just, just a fan watching over here.
You're just a shock jock.
I'm just a shock jock. That's it. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But that's what happens. Lines start to get shuffled. You can say Scotty is the end of the game. Yeah, maybe. Okay, you can say that. But they were starting to create some chances the other way, and then you go and you shuffle the lines. So I don't really understand that. Vanacek, by the way, came in the third period. He gave up one goal at 16-11. Protoss, backhander. And that was all she wrote. 6-3, Washington Capitals. Stinker of a game. Marino looked good. Nathan Bastian looked good. Mikey McLeod looked like he had a fire lit under his you-know-what. Obviously, because Beer Baron was calling him out, his man crush. He was obviously upset by Beer Baron's lack of faith in him and his skills on the ice. Other than that, Dougie Hamilton had a pretty decent game. You could see the hustle from Nico and Jack, but Jack had a lot of bad turnovers this game. Bad turnovers. Very, very reminiscent of a stretch that he went through last year. And we're hoping that these are only, what do they call it, the old microcosm, That this doesn't turn into a 3-4 game stretch where they're making mistakes like this, like they did last year. Hopefully this is a one and done scenario and the Devils get back to playing Devils hockey the way they were.
Be patient.
Oh, boy.
I'm just going through notes of what we did last year of the same crap that we saw. So going back to the old playbook, I decided not to do any show prep. It's like, yeah, we need new ownership, Mr. Turnover, Jack Hughes, and, all those shenanigans the last it keeps on happening.
Turnovers. There were some bad turnovers. There was a lot of things that we saw last year that came back this game, especially in the second period.
Yeah.
Not only did they have just a craptastic second period, but those mistakes, the bad, seam passes trying to go all the way down the ice that just get intercepted. The turnovers, the shorthanded goals. Man, were they out hit again, 31-13. Holy hell, guys. At least throw a check or two. They were 0 for 4 on the power play. We can give the old Slayer seal of approval, though. They did have rating pucks with the shots from the sky. 41 shots on goal to the Caps 22. They're basically even in the face-off percentage. 8 giveaways. 11 block shots. Man, 31-13 hits. Oof. Shots on goal for the Devs, 13-14-14. Caps 7-11-4. Caps win 6-3. Another bad goaltending night. Another bad second period. Bad outlet passes. Mistakes all around. Didn't like this game very much. Didn't like this game very much at all, Sam Wu. And I know I'm probably not alone on this one. Because they came out looking good. Scored that first goal. And you're like, you know what? Maybe to catch the Caps off guard over here. And then they just kind of went into a hole there and couldn't get out. And now we got to turn around, pack it on up, get the gear to the airport, get over to old EWR, right? What is Newark? Isn't that EWR? Whatever it is.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And go play the Detroit Red Wings tomorrow night, who walked all over you a couple games ago, in the second game of the season. Time for revenge, boys, out on the road. I know you can do it. You just got to put your minds to it like Marty McFly, and you'll make it happen. Vitek Vanacek, excuse me. No, it's Vitek. Vitek is the drunk. Never mind. I always get those two confused. Vitek Vanacek should be starting in goal tomorrow night.
Should be.
Looking to exact revenge upon the Detroit Red Wings. Will we see some lineup changes? Will we actually have 12 forwards on the ice? Lindy Ruff says he likes seeing the production coming from the rotation down there on that fourth line. I know it's earlier in the season, but you also don't want to burn your guys out by double shifting them all the time.
But why not?
Do you sit a Brendan Smith and just put Ball in there? Do you have Ball out and let Brendan Smith play the whole game? Can we see Alexander Holtz again? Will the Bulldog Fabian Zetterlund be in the lineup? Maybe they're the juice to charge this team up a little bit. I know Devils fans are clamoring for it. They want to see that monster shot from Alexander Holtz. Might have helped tonight on this power play. And by the way, I mentioned it before. Why in holy hell is Bastian not on that power play anymore, parked out in front?
I don't know.
That's the time when you want to put Hughes and Bratt together on that PP1.
I don't know.
Hamilton, Hughes, Bratt, Nico, Bastian in front of the net. Let them do their thing. Then you could put Mercer on the second power play unit. Spreads out the offense a little bit more. Maybe you get Holtz back in there to set up for a big shot. Then you could get Marino on there. Palat. There's some other guys you can get going on that second unit. So, I don't know. I think they got to look at some lineup changes. I got to, see what they come up with here. I don't know how you guys feel. Let us know what you think. Say hello to everyone again in American Whiskey. Drinking up some sorrows. Make sure you tip your bartender. Be real nice. To Peyton and crew. They will be real nice to you. There's Peyton walking by with her hat on again. Serving some beers. Would love to know what you think over there. YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, Twitch. What are your reactions to this game? There were some good moments. Nate Bastian looked good. Jesper Bratt getting a goal looked good. Oof, that cross-ice pass, though, was bad. Bad. Mikey McLeod banging some bodies. Like seeing that. John Marino getting 2 points finally. Like seeing that stuff. But again, a lot of missed opportunities right there in the slot. They got to bury some of these chances. Nico missed the net on a couple shots. Dougie Hamilton missed the net on a shot. Jesper Bratt had one, but it was a really tough angle and kind of a tough pass to take from Jack Hughes on the power play. They created some opportunities, but again, they just didn't bury them. So let us know what you think. YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch. Sam Wu, I know you were listening to Chico and Manny call the game. Was Chico flipping out there in the second period?
I don't think he was flipping out, but he sounded disappointed a little bit.
Yeah.
About what was going on, and it was just unraveling in the second period, the second half of the second period. It was just terrible. Back to bad habits, back to what got them in trouble the last few years, where the Capitals capitalized, no pun intended. They won all the battles in the boards, near the boards. Anytime it went to the corner, it was the Capitals that just were winning. And the other thing, too, that is so quite annoying is How come it keeps on going back to just bad hockey after 3 games of, hey, something to build on? You got the momentum, and then it just brats pass. I mean, Palat was non-existent.
Palat was non-existent tonight.
Yeah,
he had a bad game.
Bad a game. I mean, like the puck he can't even take a pass. Like, I'm not going to harp on him, but it just seemed like everybody had a bad game. But at least in the third period, at least they responded with 2 goals. At least that they, did put the pressure on, but it was a little too late at that point. There's no moral victories here. Seems like they're having a good time.
I got to say, I'm glad that they put the puck in the net. That was one thing that I was worried about, that they were just going to get some more opportunities but not actually finish on anything. And they did. I said to myself, man, I really hope, I'm hoping they get 1 or 2, but I really wanted to see them get 2 goals. I didn't want them to give up another goal. I was hoping maybe it would be 5-3 or maybe they would get a third one, 5-4 there, just to show that fire of a young team. And, the skill and talent is there, but man, this looked like last year's team with the mistakes they were making there.
No discipline, no accountability, that. It was nothing. The shorthanded goal that was given up, again, it's completely these are all correctable mistakes, but why do they keep on happening? I think you really need to, we talk about the Devils being successful. They're always going to have to put the pressure on. Well, I think the coaches need to put the pressure on the players. I'm going to go back to my earlier statement earlier in the year. I think these players are too coddled at this point. You got to start benching players, start sending them down, do what you need to do, because obviously they don't get the message. They win a couple here, they get a little too comfortable, and bam, we're back to square one. And I think
I just, it for Bedard. Sorry, I just read that on YouTube. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, it's just awful. Demoralizing. I got a blog tomorrow. I don't even know what to say other than the team sucks. But they don't have to. And, at some point, they got to start pulling the trigger and teaching these players a lesson. I mean, down in Utica, you know what? Andreas Johnson is putting up points. Maybe we'll give him a second shot. Tatar has really done nothing. I mean, I know he scored tonight, but he's virtually done nothing at this point. And you know what? We need impactful players now. Not tomorrow, but now.
They gotta step it up. This is one of those games where I don't think you could just forget about it. You gotta look in the mirror and start realizing the things that you were doing wrong again, and you gotta put a stop to that ASAP.
Yep.
Those home run passes, they are not gonna work the majority of the time. Yeah, we got lucky on that Jesper Bratt goal. Those are not gonna work the majority of the time. And all they do is just give up possession. And you have your whole team momentum going this way, and all of a sudden, put the brakes on, and afterburners back the other way. That's just a way to gas your team.
I mean, today we did not have – most nights we don't. The Devils don't. There's nothing that resembles a system at all. I mean, you can't be cherry-picking your way through the NHL. I mean, it works every once in a while. You do have talented players that one-on-one could get the job done, but, it's not sustainable.
No.
Mackenzie Blackwood, some of it wasn't his fault. He could have played a little bit better, but I'm not going to point fingers at him, because why are you passing the puck? Use the boards for crying out loud. We've talked about this so many times in the last 2 seasons, and they keep on doing it. And you know what? I'm at the point, okay, Jesper Bratt, you're a good player. You had a bad night, but if this continues, I think a lot of these players need to be on the trading block. You need to have some accountability here. I hate to say it.
John Sumner just had a nice comment on YouTube Live over there. Devils need to play north-south, not east-west.
Excellent
And
comment.
let me tell you, all those passes that went east-west like that, they got picked.
Yep.
The Marino one was straight up the middle. It really was. And that's probably why it connected. When you're going cross like that, it's way too easy to not see a player swooping in there, making a quick change on his skates, change direction. Who was it? Sheary had the goal. Just picked it right off in all alone. That one, I mean, that one's tough to put on Blackwood as well. You know, you want your goaltender to make the save on that one, but I don't think I could really fault him on that one.
Yeah.
These were some tough goals tonight. You could tell he was definitely getting rattled by the end of the second. I wish Vanacek didn't give up the one, but he did. You want to see him go into Detroit with a lot of confidence, and hopefully they can put this game behind them and get a strong effort. But listen, Detroit ain't no joke. We talked about it. The Red Wings have been, down in the standings here for, a number of years, kind of along with the Devils. But Yzerman's done a great job over there rebuilding that team. And they've definitely leapfrogged us, in that rebuild status. And they got something real good going on over there. They're not just a pushover team. It's not like the Ducks coming in here.
Yeah.
Or even the Sharks, who are a mess too. And Greer, or our good buddy Greer, old former coach. He's eventually going to rebuild that team a little bit more into his model. He's just stuck with some big bad contracts right now.
You know what we
Carlson,
need?
Even though Carlson's playing a little bit better, but whatever.
I know Andrew Burnett's on the staff, but the Devils need like a Mike Babcock or a John Tortorella at this point. These things aren't supposed to be happening. You got to get the most out of your players every night, and it just seems like it's Jekyll and Hyde. It's every game that we watch, Scotty. We see one team 1 minute, and then who's this?
Yeah.
Or who's this in the second period? Doesn't look like the Devils. Or is it the Devils?
Yeah. You're not playing at the AHL level anymore.
Yeah.
This is the NHL. Those things aren't going to work. Sorry, guys.
Agreed.
Sorry. Ain't going to work. Or the KHL, wherever the hell you were playing beforehand. It ain't going to work at this level. And especially a team like the Washington Capitals who are just chock full of veterans. They have seen all these tricks before. And it's like they knew where the Devils were going to be before the Devils did.
Yeah.
And what did we talk about? I mean, I know Beer Baron brought it up like the Caps are going to be more physical. They're going to hit. We need to hit back. Well, we didn't do that. Out hit 31-13. And I said, you know what? They should use their speed like they did against the Islanders because the Islanders couldn't catch up to them to hit them as much.
Yep.
They didn't do that tonight either.
Yep.
So they need to regroup, recharge, get on that plane, maybe have yourself a nice whiskey, take the edge off there, and get ready. Only one, guys. Only one. Not two. Maybe two. Maybe you have two. All right? It was a bad game, so maybe you have two. All right? Don't fill up on all the beers because then you're going to be very bloated tomorrow. You're just going to have to pee the whole game. You're going to break the seal. Then you're going to have to pee the entire game. It's just going to be a nightmare. Like, Jack Hughes is running to the locker room again. Is he okay? Oh, he just needs a bathroom break. Sorry.
Yeah, Damon Severson. Yeah, but you know what? If he's not on the bench or on the ice, we don't have to worry about turnover.
That was a bad turnover. In our zone. Man, come on, Damon. That's a play that you should not
What
be
are you
making.
trying to do? Devalue your trade value? Jeez.
Yeah. Someone mentioned it in the comments as well. There's supposedly there was a lot of scouts in the stands tonight. Huh. You don't say. Boy, we gave them a show.
Oh, maybe that. Hey, conspiracy theory. Damon doesn't want to leave New Jersey, so he's decided, I'm going to tank it. You want to trade me? Yeah. All right. Here you go.
Super Dave. Tort's already sat 2 of his best players. Listen, I respect Lindy Ruff. He's an NHL coach. He's a former NHL player. He's had a long, storied career. But we can also be critical of him. I don't like the systems that he puts into play. I don't believe they're, they can last unless you have a Dominic Hasek in your goal who can save all of these like miraculous shots and breakaways and breakdowns that you give up. I don't know if there will ever be another Dominator,
Or Ryan Miller. Maybe they covered it up so well. Maybe that's how great they were.
Yeah. Hasek? Yeah. Why do you think he was making all those like flop saves all over the place and kicking his legs everywhere? He didn't have a choice. He's facing 2-on-1s every game.
I mean, even that defense couldn't keep Brett Hull out of the crease.
And Lindy went to Dallas, and he couldn't last. And Dallas was a good team when he went there. He lasted 3 seasons, and he was gone.
And now he's with the New Jersey Devils.
In his 3rd season, right? Just the 3rd? Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I think Burnett is there as the backup plan, as he once was for the Florida Panthers when they unfortunately had to experience a bit of coaching adversity. But he stepped in there, and, they got trounced there in the playoffs, but they did a hell of a job in the regular season with a young team. Maybe he can do something similar with this team. Again, respect the hell out of Lindy for his career and everything he's done and all the wins he's got, but I'm kind of over the home run pass, and the lack of system. Remember how happy the Rangers fans were when we hired Lindy?
They were all laughing at us.
They were laughing and like, yeah, no, go ahead. Yeah, sure. You can have, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you have Lindy. Yeah, sure. No problem. And I hate to say it, but I was reading an interesting article. Look at the way the Rangers rebuilt. They weren't down for, well, let's face it, they're the Rangers, come on. But their team is pretty damn good. They had to make some trades. They got rid of some big core players like McDonough. JT Miller, who's now up in Vancouver, that team is crashing and burning. We think we have problems. Vancouver, oh boy. Kevin Hayes, who's eating up a big payday down there in Philly. They got a little lucky with the draft, getting Lafreniere. But they got good goaltending with Shesterkin. What is that? Good goaltending? What is that? What is that? Adam Fox. They kept Zibanejad. They went after Panarin. They were able to rebuild this team in a short amount of time.
Super Dave.
What's going on?
You're right. And just to pile it on, Why can't our third jerseys basically be the black Let's Go Devils podcast jerseys? Hanging on you. Because it would be too easy, Super Dave.
Too easy. Sad saxophone. New Devils team song.
I just hope
The
Jeff
Lamb
I hope Jeff Vanderbeek wins the lottery tonight and just buys back the team. That'd be awesome.
Old Vanderbeek.
I'd rather be poor and winning than...
Hey, games were a lot of fun. I loved the arena when Vanderbeek was the owner.
It was great, Vanderbeek.
Didn't know if the lights were going to stay on, all the way through, but, hey.
Hey.
Still a great time.
You know what? We still went to the playoffs, whether he could pay the team or not.
We had, the best food selection in the league. Oh,
yeah.
man. I used to get that Hobie's Deli, every time I went to the game. That hot pastrami sandwich.
The lobster tails and the fire lounge. Remember them?
Oh, the fire and the ice lounges. Man, I used to have a friend who worked at the ticket office that used to listen to Liquid Metal. And he'd be like, come on by, I'll give you a tour of the lounges. And then you just bring me in there and you'd be like, all right, if anyone asks, just say you're with me and just hang out here and don't do anything too crazy or stupid. I'm like, no problem, bud. Thank you.
Vanderbeek years.
The old Vanderbeek years.
It was awesome. It was just a good time. I mean, the old goal song they used to play, we used to chant whatever we wanted to chant. Now everything is scripted, choreographed.
Celluloid theory. Scouts preparing for the Devil's fire sale.
They know.
It's only game 7 now. Or this was game 6, right? Or was it 7? 6. We're in game 6.
We're 6 games in.
We're game 6.
3-3.
3-3. So it's only 500. It's not the end of the world yet. I know it feels like it because, and how many times have we said this already so far this season? Because it hasn't been just, a week or two. It's been 10 years that this has been going on.
Ryan Hutner. Everything went downhill once Rock and Roll Part 2 got taken away. I can't tell you how much I agree with that. When they didn't even tell us. They played all through preseason, and they didn't tell us.
Gary Glitter had to go be a friggin',
No, it has nothing to do with Gary Glitter. It's the fact that they just took it without even any warning. And we're hearing Bon Jovi, not in our house.
Yeah.
And the WTFs, everyone's like, what? You should have seen everyone's faces.
Oh, I remember.
And it was a marketing thing. They thought it was cool, but they didn't bother asking the fans.
Tough game tonight,
Yeah.
but we are, the one positive is we're right back at it tomorrow in Detroit against the Red Wings. Now, this is also a team that's a little bit younger, so maybe they will make some mistakes as well, and maybe this team can capitalize it. And again, this is where we're going to say, hey, Palat, hey, Halla, hey, Smith, hey, Heischer, leaders, pick your team up. Don't let them fall into that bad groove like they've been doing for numerous years now. Pick them up. Show them how to rebound from a bad game like tonight was. There were some good points of it. Nathan Bastian, I'll point him out over and over again. He played exceptionally well tonight. Marino had that one bad pass there, but he also had some good plays. Jesper Bratt, same thing. One bad pass, but he made up for it a little later, but still. You're a leader, Jesper. And you're supposed to be that offensive force. You got to know better than to make that play. Damon Severson looking at you with that chip puck. Holy hell. That's a bad example to the young defenseman on the team. That's not how you want to play it. You got to be a lot smarter with that puck and not try to be all fancy-dancy on it.
He's gone, Scotty.
Well, we know he would have been gone years ago if it was left up to you, Sam Wu. I know.
He's gone. He's gone. I just
if
hope
he keeps playing that way.
I just hope his trade value holds, but I'm not sure about that now.
We shall see. They can make it up tomorrow, though. Game in Detroit. Another one on the old MSG. So we'll hear from Bill. Don't call me Captain Spaulding. Again, a 7 o'clock start time. So nothing earlier, nothing later. 7 o'clock start time. We'll be up on the TVs there at American Whiskey.
Well, we're on the
Sam
road.
Wu might have a Wu report depending on how depressed he is tomorrow when he wakes up. We'll see how he feels in the morning.
This is the Wu report. It's over. It's over.
It's over. And it's not Henrique. It's just over.
It's over.
It's just over.
I'm beaten down. I'm no longer patient. We're on the road.
It's only game 6. It's only game 6, but like I said, I understand Devils fans. So does Sam Wu. Because we've been here suffering and we've seen
it's not
this
the loss
before.
It's not the loss.
It's the way it happened.
It's what they go back to when they sucked last year.
Yeah.
And the year before.
Boneheaded plays. If they lost a hard-fought game 4-3 or 5-4 or something like that,
I can live with
it's a
that.
different story. I can live with that. This was just bad play in that second period once again, which we've seen countless times. And please put Fabian Zetterlund in there so someone else can throw some hits. Sheesh. 31-13. Guys are getting steamrolled out there.
The Devils need some sizzle. They got to beef it up.
They need a little sizzle.
Start sitting some of these skilled players and just get some beef into the lineup immediately.
Who was this? C-Mac, Zelapukin, and Lemieux, the old sizzle line over there.
Yes.
From back in the day.
Peter Zezel
They need a little
line.
crash line action is what they need. That's what they need. They need a little crash line action. Get these guys into it.
Party's still going strong at American Whiskey.
Well, American Whiskey, they're still serving it up. And you're going to need to after this game. 6-3 loss to the New Jersey Hockey Devils. Let's get to you versus Wu for the Game 6 over here. Of course, brought to you by betstamp.app if you want to play along and win some money, or in my case, lose some money.
I want money.
Are free to do. Sam Wu wants some money.
I want money.
You are free to do so if legal in your area. Just download the app, BetStamp. Sam and Vinny going to be playing along all season long with their score predictions on Game Day Live, and then we're checking them out here post-game Devils After Dark. If you got your score predictions as well, throw them into the chat right now. YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch. I know I lost out because I had Devils winning this 4-3. So I was way off. Sam Wu, what'd you have for the score prediction?
Well, let's start off with Vinny. He had 4-2 Devils, so he was way off.
Okay. All right.
I had 4-2 Capitals.
4-2 Capitals. Okay.
But the Devils had to score that extra goal. Thanks a lot, Brat.
Close. Sam Wu is now 0-4-2 on the season. He has 2 OTLs. So basically, if Sam Wu can get one of the score right, we're giving him an OTL, a 1 point for the tie sort of thing. So far, Sam is 0-4-2. 0-4-2. 2 points on the season, Sam.
Yeah,
I'm writing it down. Sam Wu record. I'm keeping track of this all season long.
Celluloid therapy, 5-3 wings. Art Heaton, 3-1 wings. I'm going 7-2 wings at this point.
7-2 wings. All right. What did I say yesterday, Sunday night? I said, I'll stick with it. I said Devils were going to win. I tried to be positive. I said they win both 4-3 and then 2-1. Right? I think that's what I said. I said the Red Wings game would be 2-1. that the goalies would actually come through and stand out and play a good game. So I'll stick with my prediction for a 2-1 Devils victory. Craig Best, 5 goals on 11 shots in the second period. Oof. Oof. Steve Turtaz got a 3-2 Devils victory tomorrow. Ryan Huttner can't roll 3 lines. This is why I've said put Mercer back on that third line with Wood and Haula. He'll provide more offense down there. If you want to move Tatar to the fourth line, go ahead. But quite honestly, I'd rather see Fabian Zetterlund in there right now. Not going to lie. Put Holtz back up on the top line. They were great all preseason long. Such chemistry. Put him there. Let Hughes set him up for his monster shot.
Agreed.
Give it a couple games. If he looks that out of place, then you can maybe switch him back. Move Mercer back to the top line and put Holtz down on the third and see if Hall and Wood can create some open space for him. But get him back in the lineup to score some of these big goals. Man, with that rocket shot. We were just talking about that power play 1. So if you get a power play 1 with Hughes, Bratt, Heischer, and you park big old Nathan Bastian in the front with Dougie Hamilton at the point, that gives you a world of opportunities on that second power play unit with Palat, Mercer, Holtz. Get him back in the lineup. The 7-11 can work for a little bit, but you can't roll that way for the rest of the season.
From Nico Heischer, if you are not playing 60 minutes, it's hard to win games in this league.
There you go. How many times have we said that last year? Wyatt Hording. Devils make 4 mistakes, turns into 4 goals. Caps make 4 mistakes, no goals. Wood can go. I don't know if Wood can go yet. I think you give him Mercer, and I think they'll create some more offense.
Well, they better figure it out. Otherwise, it's going to be the start of a long season.
And people are saying Holtz can't play with Hughes. Think about Wood. Think about how fast Miles Wood is. And you're going to put Tatar down there with him?
I don't know, Scotty.
Give him some speed. You got to roll multiple lines. I know it's earlier in the season and these guys shouldn't really be tired or anything like that, but the double shifting all the time with that fourth line is just not going to pan out well. It's not. They're going to burn out. I know it's a different sport, but look at the old New York baseball Metropolitans there at the end of the season. When Frankie and Pete get no days off throughout the entire year, they were burnt out by the end. They get whipped by the Braves, and then all of a sudden they're in a wild card. And I know it's early and these guys are young, but still, it takes a lot to go out there. Double shift, it ain't easy. That should be a new song. Double shift, it ain't easy. Like pimping ain't easy. Double shift, it ain't easy. Yeah, Craig, you're right. They had Igor double shifting as well with McLeod and Bastian. They got to play 60 minutes. You can't take periods off. You can't make these, dumb mistakes. I'll say it nicely. Dumb mistakes against a veteran team like the Washington Capitals. They will make you pay for it every single time. That's why they're perennial playoff contenders.
Agreed.
And with a team that old, you should have used your young legs to beat them. Not try to home run pass it. Outskate them. You could do it. That's my rant for tonight, Sam Wu. That's my rant for tonight. Sam Wu, do you got a score prediction for tomorrow?
7-2 Red Wings.
7-2 Red Wings. All right, I'm going to stick with my 2-1 Devils. Hopefully, they'll play a tighter defensive game, a smarter game. They won't take as many stupid chances that have a low probability for success. So that's why I'm hoping maybe it'll be a little bit more tighter, not as high scoring. Use your speed. Throw some damn hits already. Other than Bastion and McLeod and Palat. You got only 3 guys that are throwing body checks out there. Saw a little bit from Nico today, but still. 31-13? Come on, guys.
The Capitals, they won the boards in the corners every single time.
All those puck battles, they won. Devils looked lazy tonight, and
Very
they made lazy plays. The home run pass, the chip thing by Severson, all those it was interceptions. Pick 6. We could have done some football calls the other way if we really wanted to.
Yeah.
So we're going to wrap it up here. I know we were complaining a little bit, and I know there's probably people that are out maybe listening in that aren't fans of the Devils be like, these two are overreacting. It's because we've been dealing with this for years and years and years now.
Yeah.
And we want to see it fixed. Yeah, we were spoiled, but we had a lot of smart hockey for a very, very long time. When you had the defense that we had, when we had the goaltending that we had, and now, we don't got either. Come on, McGill. Straighten these guys out. Burnett, get another power play goal, will you? Sarge, tell them how to win. New Jersey Hockey Devil style. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been Devils After Dark here exclusively on the Let's Go Devils Podcast Network. Thank you to everyone chilling out at American Whiskey. Tip your bartenders. Take good care of them. And thank you to everyone who was commenting live on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. It's the only podcast where your voice is heard. Devils After Dark. Sam Wu.
We'll be back tomorrow for Game Day Live at 6:30 p.m. Eastern and Devils After Dark. Till next time, let's go Devils.